Hi all, and thanks for stopping by today. Today we're going to take a look at an Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 3. Now, this book was on the newsstand in November of 1966. It featured a John Romita and Stephen Ditko cover. Don Heck and John Romita did the pencils on the inside. There were 3 stories in this book. 2 stories were reprints from Amazing Spider-Man 11 and Amazing Spider-Man 12. But the first story, to become an Avenger, was an original story. And this story sort of goes that the Avengers thought about asking Spider-Man to join their team, and they wanted to give him a test to see if he was worthy, and the test was to capture the Hulk, bring him in. Well, Spider-Man has a couple good battles with the Hulk, but ultimately decides that he doesn't want to bring the Hulk in because the Hulk is sick, and so he just skips out on the test. Really interesting story, and a couple really good battles with the Hulk. These are really classic battle. Here you can see one of the early battles there with Spider-Man. This story went on to be reprinted many times through the years, and is really a good read. This particular book is probably a very fine copy. Printing is a little shifted off toward the top on the interior of the book. It's a square bound copy, so that it tends to have a little more printing problems than the regular books. And here you can see the splash pad for what was Amazing Spider-Man number 11. It reprints the story. It's the second story in this book. Overall, the color and the printing, as far as the sharpness go, are very nice in this book. A lot of good imagery. Certainly a good book to have, but this is a pretty expensive book in very nice grade. Even in this grade, this book's $250, $350 to get you a copy of this book. So eight and a half is going to be very expensive. But you can get an affordable copy for around $100. Something in the BG range, 80, 100. And really, the significance of it is it's an early Hulk Spider-Man battle. Here you can see Spider-Man battling Doc Ock. And both stories from Amazing Spider-Man 11 and Amazing Spider-Man 12 featured the Spider-Man battling Doc Ock. Here we're coming up on the third story, which is reprint of Amazing Spider-Man number 12. Still very good printing. A lot of these bigger square-bound books had smudged printing, but this one's very nice as far as the printing. It does have some rather big conveyor track holes in a few of the pages. You can see down on the left-hand page as a big hole, and that's from the printing press, where when it was being printed, the conveyor that pulls the sheets along sometimes punched holes in the pages. Lots of action in these 3 stories. Here's one of my favorites. This is the Saturday morning on CBS cartoon lineup, and you can see Space Ghost and really one of my favorites, Johnny Quest. Brings back a lot of memories there. Lone Ranger, Superman. This was the Saturday morning lineup. really the only time back then you could get cartoons. Not like today where you have dedicated cartoon channels. And we're coming to the end of the third story. As you can see, the printing throughout the book is very, very nice. It's a very nice copy. The only real flaw is that the printing shifted off to the top. And the pages are probably off-white. And it has that classic Silver Age comic book smell to it. Here you can see the staples are tight, cover's nice on the back. Lots of gloss on this book. So really a little corner blunting is about the only thing that keeps this book from being higher. You can see the bottom right corner there has some dinging on it. Not really very much spyware. Probably a warehouse copy at one point. And guys, until next time, thanks for stopping by and watching the video, and we'll see you.